you kind of, for some odd reason, decide to talk about the Ethan voice messages thing. So I want to clarify some things. So I went back to my DMs with Ethan to make sure that I know that what I know is right or incorrect. So I went back in the DMs, and it did show where I sent voice messages. And then he said, please stop. My wife would not be happy to hear a woman crying or something. And I said, okay. And I left it at that. I didn't say nothing else. And then he sent me a message right after that, an encouraging message. I won't go into detail of it because that's private, but pretty much he was saying that everything was going to be okay. So I know that you put out there that apparently I continued to DM him after that. No, once he said that, I respected and understood completely what he was saying, and I stopped immediately. And then that's when I just said, okay. And then he sent me an encouraging message. So I just want to clarify that, because you putting out there, people were thinking I was being inappropriate with Ethan. And in a nasty, inappropriate way.
Again, I've been very clear about what I said. And I never once said, and I even clarified and said, Katie did not send inappropriate messages to Ethan. That's 100%.
No, you said I was being inappropriate.
No, I didn't. See, Ethan. Again, you're not listening, just like a lot of people. What I said was, Ethan went into the group chat and said it would be inappropriate for you to send me those messages and have my wife see them pop up.
And he was not in the group chat for that. No. The group chat you're talking about was the Katie room. The first group chat that you, me, Richard, BA, a couple other people were in there. There wasn't very many of us in there. It was our core group. Ethan was never part of that room. So
no, but
for that is false, because he never come in the room and said that. He did say that he didn't want his wife to hear me crying on the phone. Yes, that's true. And then when I said, okay, I let it go. And then a couple hours later, he sent me a nice message. And it's been fine ever since. So the only time I message Ethan at all is when it comes to clips. So, and I have the DMs to prove that. So.
Again, you're getting hung up on words and not actually listening.
No, you're getting hung up saying that he showed up in a DM group that you and I are in. No, yes. He wasn't part of that group. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
He wasn't part of that room, but he was part of another room that we were in. We were in several rooms together, Katie.
Well, he never said that in any of the rooms.
So how did I know?
If you think that's what he said in those rooms, then I would like for you to find that and send it to me and show me. Because as far as my memory serves, I don't remember him ever coming into a group chat and saying that. Now, I shared you guys what was discussed because, like I said, that was a horrible day. And you told me my children's faces were doxxed and all this stuff. So.
They were.
They weren't, actually.
They were.
No.
Yes, they were, Katie. Just because Dark Gift contacted Ein and he fucking took the picture off of KiwiFarms and then went around.
You can't take pictures off KiwiFarms.
Yes, you can. Do you not know how forums work, Katie?
No, I don't deal with forums, Tony, because I'm not a fucking incel idiot.
You put a message on the forum and then you could edit that message.
Well, okay. Well, how about if you think that's happened, then you go on KiwiFarms and find the picture and pull it up.
How could I, if they edited it and took it off, how would I pull it up?
It's not been edited. It's been sitting there. Lucky that I even had the date to help, because we would be sitting there for hours. Well, he sat there for 2 hours and showed me everything because it was one of my biggest worries. And when I noticed none of my children's faces, sorry, I get emotional talking about this with my kids. I was relieved they weren't there. So, but regardless, the point is, yeah, it was a hot mess that day. Yeah. But sorry. I would remember that if he came in a group chat and said that. I would remember that.